Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I want to show you how to make some maple cranberry oatmeal bars. They're fantastic. I'm going to be using my little bit of leftover cranberry sauce. This is going to be like the last recipe that I'm able to make with my leftover cranberry sauce, but it's going to be a very good one. I figured I'd share it with you if you've got some homemade leftover cranberry sauce from your Thanksgiving feast or whatever, any holiday feast around this time of year. They're pretty fabulous, and they're so easy. You're gonna love them. Perfect for a holiday breakfast, by the way, especially for the weekend where you've got people staying over from the holiday. My oven's preheated to 350, so that's ready. The ingredients you'll need is some all-purpose flour, some old-fashioned oats, salt, and some cinnamon. This is going to be your dry ingredients. Then what I have here is some maple syrup sugar. It's basically maple syrup that's been turned into sugar, and it's fantastic. If you don't have it, you can use brown sugar, or you can also just use regular maple syrup. I happen to absolutely love this ingredient. It's a new find for me, and I've been using it into pretty much anything. It lends a really mild, wonderful maple syrup flavor, and I am all about that. And then you'll also need some unsalted butter that's been softened to room temperature and your leftover cranberry sauce. This is not going to work with the leftover jelly cranberry sauce from the can, so unless you've got fresh good one, don't make it at all. Now, a 9 by 9 inch pan, ready, lined, sprayed, good to go. So let's get started. In my bowl with lots of butter, I'm going to add my maple sugar. I'm not adding a ton because I don't want this to be too sweet, because if I want to serve these for breakfast, I don't want to serve them really, really sweet, but I also think that they're perfectly sweetened. So if you want to add a little bit more, add a little bit more. I'm just going to mix these together with my handheld whisk until combined. Adding in some vanilla, mixing that in. I'm just going to take my spatula and just kind of add everything in. And now I'm going to add in my dry ingredients, and I am just going to probably start with my whisk and then end up folding it with my spatula just to make things easier. So start with the whisk, finish with the spatula, and I'll show you what it looks like when we are done. That looks gorgeous. I'm going to take about half of that, pop that in there. Beautiful. Then it just works better if your hand's lightly floured so it doesn't stick. So just keep a bowl and keep flouring your hand until you can just get this all pressed in the bottom of your pan. Nice and flat and easy peasy. Just going to spoon over my cranberry sauce. I'm not going to add all of the liquid because I don't want these to get soggy, but save that liquid to serve over top of yogurt or ice cream or anything like that, because it is so good. There's not much of it, maybe a few tablespoons left for me. Perfect for one person. Now this is a great recipe, but don't forget, if you haven't made my cranberry orange muffins with the leftover cranberry sauce from a few years ago, those are an absolute must because they are the best cranberry orange muffins on the entire planet, and no holiday season or Thanksgiving leftover would be complete without those in our family. So this is it. This is the leftover cranberry sauce. It's perfect though. What a good way to end things, right? Now what I'm going to do is I am going to, just to make things a little bit easier, keep some flour on hand. I'm going to just dollop the topping on, and now I just kind of spread it around with my hands. It doesn't look appetizing, but trust me, it's all gonna cook up to be perfection. All right, these are all done. Like I said, they look a mess, but just you wait. They will be perfection when you're done. In the oven, 350, about 40-45 minutes. Let them cool, and I'll show you what they look like when they're done. My cranberry oatmeal bars were in the oven for 40 minutes. I took them out and they've been cooling for about an hour. So you want to make sure that they're cool completely, but they smell so good that I am not waiting another second. I'm going to dig in right now. Cut them as big or as small as you want. I don't like things to be too big because I like to really savor something without, without feeling like I'm overdoing it. So I like to get nice little small squares. That way you can go back for seconds. The math makes sense in my head. Look how beautiful. Look how gorgeous. Look how beautiful. They smell so good. They're so flaky and buttery and delicious. Not too sweet, which is exactly how I like them. I really love them a lot. I hope you do too. I was trying to get something out. Too excited. Too excited. Go to LauraInTheKitchen.com, get the recipe, make them. You will love them. I'll see you next time.